Follow the ink. Dowd is determined to kill the Outsider himself, and he needs your help to do so. I feel like Dowd's gonna go a little... I don't know his reasoning behind wanting to kill the Outsider, and it could go two ways. One, he's found out a way to get to the Outsider, and he regrets asking the Outsider for help for his powers, because it's probably led to a lot of death and a lot of sorrow in his life. Or he wants to become the Outsider himself. He wants to be a god with powers. I'm a little worried it's going to be that one, only because I like seeing it. I like seeing the hero gone evil kind of story. It's always entertaining. But if we actually do kill the Outsider and something good happens from it, then I don't know. I just like the Outsider as a character. He's awesome.
When I first caught sight of Dowd, I was just a broken kid, staying alive out of spite. He cut the throats of 3 men without making a sound, leaving only blood and death in his wake. I don't know what I was hoping for when I followed him that night, but he shared his strange magic with me. And more than that, his skill, his time, his trust, and sometimes his secrets. Now he's not the man he was. Here in his final days, he's got wounds that won't ever heal and regrets as sharp as mine. I know how much that carves you up inside, but I found him, and he wants me to help him make up for a lifetime of sins by killing a god. The Abbey teaches us that the Outsider preys on weakness, that the Void is the source of doubt, heresy, and suffering. That the Outsider is to blame for all our ills. Who knows? Maybe they're right.
Maybe.
The same dream. My arm hacked away. My eye hollow and burning. It still aches. Let's hope it's not some kind of omen.
Let me tell you something about the Void.
Oh boy!
It touches the minds of the dreaming and the dying alike. And sometimes, dreams can only tell you what you wanted to forget.
I know who you are. Why are you here? What do you want from me?
People usually want something from
What
you.
in the Void?
But you don't want my mark, do you, Billy? So I will return something you lost.
Wait, what are you?
What the hell?
The world was wounded around you. And you carry the scars. You will never be the same. I wonder if you'll like them.
What did he do to me? Of course he shows up now. Shit! Shit! He took my arm! And my face! Is it because of the dreams?
What?
Or Dowd?
What the hell? No, I didn't mean to do that. Holy... What's my face look like now? No, he didn't take my face. I don't know what he did. What the hell? Okay. Deadly raid on the Albarca. A raid on the Albarca boss turned deadly as guards fought for their lives against the notorious Eyeless gang. The Albarca had been under surveillance for weeks after the guard received a tip about unsavory activities there. They rushed in to break up the fighting ring, but ended up in a lethal showdown with vicious gang members instead. It is a proud day, thanks to the courage and diligence of my guards. Kanaka is a safer place. We removed the dangerous villains from the streets and ended their illegal operations, said Captain Edward, Legino leader of the raid. He reassured reporters that his guards sustained only minor injuries. No Eyeless members survived.
The Grand Guard take down the Eyeless. Ha! Choffers.
I love it. Forgiven. Yeah. A long shot. Yeah. Full of ink. At last, he's here on my ship, sleeping on Anton's old bed. How long had he been down in that pit of the Albarca Baths, taunted like a hound until some fool thought they could take him on? They didn't even know who he was. The Islanders called him the Black Magic Brute. There were more frightening names for him in Dunwall. I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't this. I didn't know how he'd feel about me after what I did to him years ago. But it's like I never left. We're right back in the middle of it, digging into some foul cult, chasing down some mad grudge. But he's older now, weaker. I need your help, he said, like I'd never refuse. Well, I didn't, did I? The Outsider. Mother tell tales about the outsider to children in cradles, filling their nights with fear so they'll behave. For the Abbey, those stories never stop. Every sermon, every stricture, every damn piece of the litany is about the dangers of letting the outsider into your head. And now Dad wants to kill him. No more stories, no more warnings, no more terrible people fighting over promises from the void. I don't know how Dad got marked from the outsider. I don't know what he had to do, or what he was like before he had his magic. But I remember the kind of man he was, it made him, and what he did with that power. So maybe he's right. Empress Emily Kaldwin moves to heal fractured empire. Renovation projects in the Tower District are finally underway as the last funeral rites were performed for the High Overseer, Yul Kulan, and the Brothers of the Faith who died in an attempt to retake Dunwall Tower from the now deposed usurper, Delilah Copperspoon. The Abbey of the Everyman has spent the last several months consecrating and interring the remains of the fallen, while also removing dangerous and heretical objects from the Imperial Palace. With the representatives from the Isles beside her, Empress Emily Kaldwin issued a statement yesterday morning urging unity in the wake of the great tragedy. The Empire's strength is in its diversity of thought and action. Working together, there is nothing we can't accomplish. We are pleased to reassert our partnership with the sovereign nations of Morley, Serkonas, and Tivia for our mutual peace and prosperity. Following these proceedings, several imperial proclamations have been issued, with the aim to restore trading networks and communications across the Isles. Several large-scaling public works have been announced, with the architectural firms in Serkonas and Morley already competing for their commissions. Okay. Sokolov establishes studio in Tivia. Renowned natural philosopher and painter Anton Sokolov returned to Tivia this week after years of retirement in Kanaka. Sokolov, whose inventions and technological marvels are famed throughout the Isles, was greeted with the fanfare and panoply due to a national hero. A parade in his honor culminating in a festival on Masterov Square in Dabokva, where Sokolov gave a brief speech announcing the establishment of his studio. When asked about his future plans, the inventor responded, "I've already done enough for several lifetimes." The inventor was overwhelmed by the infernal noise of the parade and left the celebration early. He gave no indication whether or not his studio will accept apprentices. Okay. Is there anything else I can take? What's this? The Lonely Rat, Boy, and Other Tales, too. He had already walked for hours, imping unsteadily, crossing the city as he avoided those who prowled the streets of night. He had found himself in an unknown part of Dunwall. His little rat nestled against his neck, one spot of warmth in the cold. A gentle sound beckoned him down an alleyway. He hesitated, then followed. The walls were slick with rainwater, the sound glancing off its stones like an echoing throat. At the end of the path was a twisted construction of wood and wire. A piece of carved and polished bone hummed within. The boy heard a voice like the voice of the waves, cold and timeless. A shadow rose up, a radiant darkness that defied all sight. A young man who wandered lonely places, the outsider himself. When the flesh of the boy's left hand itched and smoldered, he did not look away. When the vision vanished, the outsider's mark remained. That night, the boy climbed to the highest of Dunwall's jagged roofs and looked over the city. The towers and gables undulated under his eyes. Like a grand and shifting ocean, he saw all the lives that teemed beneath, and was not afraid. Interesting. I feel like this game... Oh, that's cool. I feel like this game is going to make us second guess the outsider, but it's still going to have things in it that will make the outsider seem good. So it's going to be like, is the outsider good? Is he not good? We don't know. And that's going to be the reoccurring question. Is he good or isn't he? Because that one makes it seem like he is good slightly. He's making people not afraid. But due to what the outsider just did to Billy, makes him seem evil. I guess we're going to be second guessing a lot. And honestly, I am. I'm not sure if he's evil or not. I feel like he is a troll. He is that kind of person that sees himself better than everyone else. And so instead of just being all helping and stuff, he will try to mess with people. because he can't be killed. He thinks he can't be killed. And I don't know why he thinks that. Maybe it's because no one has been able to get to his world without him letting them in. I feel like Delilah could have come close to killing him because she found a way into the void. And I think this is going to follow the events of the DLC in Dishonored 1, how Delilah was able to get to the void, and maybe Dowd, from his time of battling Delilah, will know how to get to the void and kill the Outsider. But yeah, I just feel like the Outsider's some kind of messed up person after a while, because we don't know how long it's been since he's been a god. We don't know how long it's been since he's been in this life, or lives. So yeah, I thought I'd sleep easy knowing Dowd was safe. I don't know why I'm still so foolish. I can't catch a break for a moment, not even when I sleep. I should know that by now. This one was sharper than the rest. I could feel the blade bite into my skin when the damn guard got me. My right eye felt hollow, an empty hole in my head that I couldn't shut, and my right arm ended up in a piece of broken bone. I felt it so deep this time. I woke up shaking. It took me a while to catch my breath. I've been having these dreams since I had Emily on the ship. Is this some kind of curse since I confessed to her? It would serve me right, I guess. But how long will this go on? And what other dreams may come? I could hear Dowd groaning in his sleep in the other room, saying my name. Maybe we're both dreaming our impenance. So yeah, this is definitely the events of if you choose Emily in High Chaos. In Dishonored. Okay, that scared me. Hey, Dowd. Are we hiding our arm? Oh, no we aren't.
The Outsider did this. What did he say?
I've had bad dreams for a while now, and he was never there. But I feel good. Strong. Like all those years ago when we ran together. He didn't offer me his mark. Just said some cryptic shit, and left me with this.
I never knew what the black-eyed bastard wanted. Be careful. The Outsider's gifts come with a price. You won't know until it's already been paid.
I didn't have much choice.
Neither do I. My connection to the void is fading. We've got to act soon. Before it takes me forever.
You found a way to do it. To kill the Outsider. How?
I spent years looking for an answer. I searched the Isles. Tracked down a dozen crazy cults. But there's more to the Eyeless. They've got a relic. The knife that made the Outsider. Thousands of years ago.
Oh.
It's here.
Really?
In Karnaca.
A knife. So you want me to steal it?
Soon. First, we need to find out who leads the Eyeless. And where they keep that knife. They're powerful people. Wealthy or noble or both. I don't know their names. But they all have an esoteric tattoo that sets them apart. Those low-ranking thugs at the boxing club talked about getting inked in the Red Camellia in the Upper Syria district.
I'll go there and see what I can find. Try to rest out.
I couldn't do this on my own anymore, Billy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All our lives, the Abbey of the Everyman tells us to hate him.
For once, they're right.
So are we working for the Abbey now?
They'd kill us as soon as him if they had the chance. No. The Abbey doesn't want our help. And we don't need it.
Are you sure? I mean, yeah, the Abbey's dicks, but we could use a little bit of help. That's just me talking though.
That's not possible.
What the hell?
My arm, my eye. It's just like the dreams.
She can see all. The void breaking and spreading through all cracks. Like seawater sinking on a ship.
Interesting.
Be careful of your arm and eye. You can't know what the Outsider wants with you. And
That's
he's always
true.
watching.
Oh, trust me, I know. Oh, you got a journal, Dowd. She found me. I'm not surprised, only grateful. If anyone in the Isles could have found me, it was Lurk. She's just as capable as she always was. I remember when she was young, she wasn't the first street kid to join my gang, but she was the first to show real promise. I took her in and oversaw her training myself. She took to the life more quickly and more desperately than most. I watched her grow up, get stronger, faster. She was always trying to impress me, but each year she became a little more ruthless, a little colder. She liked wearing that mask. I turned her into what she was, just like the outsider made me. When she betrayed me, I had no one but myself to blame. Now she's something else. I'm not sure what. I can't guess that kind of life she's led without me. Who she hurt, or who she's cared about. She knows that I forgave her a long time ago, but I wonder sometimes if she ever thought to forgive me. Don't worry, Dad, I'm sure I forgive you. Okay, I think we can head out now. So those doors can be touched. I wonder if that will mean anything later on. So the Red Camellia.
Those tattoos the Eyeless get all come from the Red Camellia. I need to take a look at their client list.
Okay then.
This was the tattoo on all the thugs from the boxing club.
Going east. Thanks for loaning us the skiff. We'll follow the coast east to slip past the port guards. Reed says the aristos are gasping for the winder down caviar, so that's our cargo. We'll be back next week. I'll stow the boat on the waterlock in Upper Syria district, like we talked about. Don't worry, it'll take good care of it. I'll take good care of it. I know a sturdy skiff's worth its weight in coins these days. Eyeless remain eyesore for our city. 2 raids by the Grand Guard occurred last night, resulting in a few arrests as investigations continue into the activities of the gang known as the Eyeless. Both raids were conducted on derelict warehouses in the campo set at dockyards. Several shipments of whalebone were found at both scenes, along with many carved talismans familiar on sailing ships. These trinkets, marked with strange insignias, were collected along with various unidentified powders, noxious plants, and vials of unknown liquid. Though these items add credence to rumors of black magic being practiced by the Eyeless, the Grand Guard has not called for the Overseer's support. Roving Vice Overseer Cardoza of the Abbey of the Everyman, when reached for comment, stressed the spiritual dangers of carved bone charms, and if found, to bring them directly to your nearest Overseer outpost for inspiration and disposal. He gave no further remarks on the Grand Guard's ongoing investigation. Okay then. Do I have any contracts? You have no active contracts at the moment.
It's been a long time since those days.
Where did you find that? I haven't seen that face in years.
Yeah.
It sprung up everywhere a few months after I left Dunwall.
And you kept it all this time. I'd be more careful of nostalgia if I were you.
Yeah, don't worry. So where do I get contracts? Do contracts just appear on my ship? Or can I find them in the world? That's what I'm a little worried about. I'm a little worried about leaving if I can't come back. But it's okay. Wait, we're still here. Are we meant to be leaving for somewhere? Unless, of course, the carriage is going to take me somewhere different this time. In which case, that's a funny way of getting around. Alright, let's go. Alright, nothing around. Let's go to Upper Syria. Follow the wink. In his quest to kill the Outsider, Dowd has learned of a special twin-bladed knife that is being held somewhere in Upper Syria. Find out who the eyeless leaders are and where they're keeping the knife. You can find new contracts at the black market, as well as bone charms, ammunitions, and upgrades. Okay, that makes sense. I'm going to read all these, the ones that I need to know. So, Rat Whispers, I already know how to do that. Foresight, you can deploy a Deplacer marker during your exploration with a Foresight. I'm guessing that's going to be a power. Semblance, use Semblance to impersonate a specific target. Specific target will open up a whole new set of opportunities. Oh yeah, there's actually a power where you can take someone's face and make it yours. I'm not sure if it's temporary. I'm not sure if it will last forever as long as that person is still alive. Conscious, I'm unconscious but alive, or conscious and alive, whichever one. I'm not sure how long it lasts for though. Semblance to Wolfhounds. You can deceive humans with Semblance, but Wolfhounds aren't as easily fooled. They'll recognize you by your scent. Displace, you can just use Displace through fences or windows if a marker is already deployed on the other side. Contracts. Completing a contract will earn you good coin. Among other rewards, check your journal for more details. Scouting for Bone Charms. Bone Charms are easy to detect once scouting the area with Foresight. When thrown, hook mines will catch enemies in their range and pull them towards the mine. You can impersonate an unconscious target, but you can't impersonate the dead. Your powers consume void energy, a resource that replenishes over time. You can watch tutorials as many times as you like. They are listed in the tutorial section of the pause menu. You can toggle the hook mine grab force to make it lethal or not. Charging a shot for too long will result in involuntary firing. If you displace on a living target, they will explode into pieces and you will be hurt. Certain black bone charms can add powerful effects to your supernatural abilities. You can detach a target or object from a hook mine with a single strike. Full-tick gun is a muffled weapon that can fire several types of ammunition. Low-ranking members of the Cult of the Outsider, they're easily identified thanks to their distinctive tattoos. That's the eyeless. Neutralizing with Semblance, you can choke or assassinate enemies while impersonating someone else, but if you are seen, the illusion will be broken. Okay, I really wish it would tell me if it's temporary, but I guess we'll find out later. Retreating will with Displace. You can deploy a Displace marker in a strategic place, allowing you to retreat from a dangerous situation. Alright. This place looks interesting. When do we get our powers? Oh, we already have them. Really? Stop time and explore in spirit form. Foresight allows you to stop time and leave your body behind. Flying around to scout your surroundings. While using Foresight, you can move through spaces that are too tight normally, like ventilation ducts. With Foresight, you can mark characters or objects, enabling you to track them even through walls, or see the patrol routes of marked characters. You can interact with rats when close, allowing you to hear their thoughts. They whisper to one another, exchanging information about what's going on in the streets and basements, from their rodent point of view. Often it's cryptic, coming from an alien perspective, but sometimes provides a useful clue. Displace. Relocate by swapping positions. Displace allows you to deploy a marker at a certain range, then swap positions with it. Enemies can't see the marker, so you can deploy it and use it later for tactical purposes. You can also use Displace to reach higher vantages. Note that cursor changes when the marker is aimed at a climbable surface or ledge. You can use Displace to pass through fences or glass windows, but you can't initially deploy the marker through them. And Semblance. Semblance allows you to steal someone's identity, leaving them unconscious and leaving their allies. This power is useful for infiltration and stealth, enabling you to pass as your chosen target. Maintaining the illusion drains void energy, meaning the power only lasts for a while. That makes sense. Enemies will know something is amiss if they see you after the original subject's body. Aggressive behavior will break the illusion, causing the enemy to attack. Sliver of the Eye. Fragment from an ancient void entity, enabling Billy to see things that were hidden to her before. Rat Whispers, a talisman given to Billy many years ago by a childhood sweetheart, Deirdre, grants the power to glean valuable information from lowly rats. Black Shard Arm. Strange gift from the Outsider, drawing and replenishing its power from the void itself. And Whaler Sword, Ripability Sword from the time of the Whaler Gang in Dunwall. Razor sharp and reliable, can be used to fight back or assassinate. Do I have any way to find bone charms and stuff easily? So we have these three so far. But we don't have... Oh, Rat Whispers doesn't count as one, you can do that anyway. So impersonate another human. Relocate by swapping positions. Stop time and explore in spirit form. Alright, I'm gonna quick save, test this out. Ooh, actually it does drain me quite a bit. Sans the Serkonas? I wanna... whatever. Shut up. Okay, so Foresight, it's not like a ghost. You can't just fly around. You have to be proper. It's just no one can see you when you do it. That's kind of... because it drains a lot of void power, and I'm very picky about using void power. Incendiary bolts, ooh. But yeah, that sounds like Sans the Serkonas, which is the credit theme for Dishonored 2. I like that song. I really, really like it. I like Honor for All better, which is Dishonored 1's theme, ending theme, but it's still cool. Really? Really? Wow. It's forcing me to use my powers. I don't like that. I really don't like it when they force me to use my powers. It feels different. I originally thought from comments that I saw on gameplays of this game that the game makes you choose 3 powers from a collection. But no, it's nothing like that. Shut up. It is nothing like that. You're literally given 3 powers. And for all I know, you could have the chance to get more powers later on, but I have no idea yet. Okay, get used to them, it will be fine. So let's get this under control. Foresight, that will allow me to explore things properly, and it stops time. This allows me to impersonate another human being, and this allows me to relocate by swapping positions. Okay. So that's how it works. Oh.
What would you say to a day at the botanical garden? Parish, that's right.
What happened to you? Yeah, I love these guys. Can I go in there? No, I can't. Cigars? You want to buy one? I guess. Maybe. Okay, it's free healed now. Is this guy hostile? Funny thing about this game, you can't really tell who's hostiles and who's not. Red Camellia key needed. You didn't have anything on you, did you? What if I do this? Hi. Nope, he doesn't care about me. What are you doing, rats? Way. Fine, whatever.